Hey guys, Rook back from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the interweb for all things geeky and cool. We have an action figure review to take a look at today, guys, but I figured I'd start off by wearing my Deadpool cool shirt here to break this figure in. So what we're looking at is the Marvel Legends from the X-Men series, Deadpool. Now this is part of the Juggernaut Build Your Figure wave that came out fairly recently, about 2 months ago as far as recording this video in 2016. Fairly new figure. We're actually going to go into our breakdown segment. We're going to tear this guy open, look at him, the articulation, all the gear. Is it too much gear maybe? Man, we have to take a look at that and find out. Sometimes too many pieces of gear might be too much in this situation, so we'll discuss that later. But guys, stay tuned. I'll be back shortly in the breakdown segment. We'll take a look at this guy up close and personal. Taking a look at Deadpool out of packaging. So let's look at the packaging first here. This is a full window box, so you can see what the box art would look like. Pretty standard. Of course, you know, when he's all packaged up, he looks pretty cool. Side art here. And the back, well, the back showcases him in kind of a neat little pose here, talking, a little word bubble up over here, as you can see, and he's holding a chimichanga, which is kind of neat. It showcases at the bottom all the figures in this particular wave. Now, if you notice, he's the 8th figure in this particular wave. He's not needed to actually build the Juggernaut figure over here. All these other ones would come with a part, but he does not. So that might turn people off. I didn't mind, really. I wanted to get a Deadpool figure. I don't actually own any Marvel Legends figures. This is my very, very first figure, and I'm pretty impressed with it as a whole. So let's actually take a look at Deadpool and get into the articulation for his breakdown. Let's look at him first as far as the paint apps. Great paint apps. He comes in the 6-inch scale, as you can see here, guys. And let's look at his articulation first. His head is on a ball joint. It actually has the full range of motion. You can actually go 360, up and down movement. The arms can go up to a T, as you can see here. Full range of motions at the shoulder. You can go complete 360. Very, very tight joints, which is nice. He has double jointed elbows here. Nice little bends on both of his arms. Now, the only disadvantage I would say I see so far for this figure is his hand, his right hand. Now, I don't know if it's mine. It may be just mine alone, but he has this little pinky finger standing straight up. This looks like it's sculpted this way. I'm assuming it is. I'm not 100% sure. Now, he does have some wrist swivel here, but this will not, his finger will not go down. It's stuck in this particular pose. I mean, you can technically cut this off if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It's not that bad, really. Let's actually spin him around, take a look at his back. As you can see here, he has 2 sheaths on his back where he can plug his swords into, which is a nice little way of storing part of his accessories. And he has a whole lot of accessories. We'll get to that shortly. Now, if we spin him back around again, he has 2 sheaths or holsters. He can actually holster one pistol here and one across his belt here. And these are functional. You can store your pistols inside these particular holsters, which is really, really nice. Now, he does have an ab crunch, as you can see here. His legs go out to a full split, so you can put him into the splits, which is really, really nice. He can do a kick, full range. Bends at the knee, double jointed knees right here, as you can tell. His feet, ankle joints, very, very tight, very, very stiff. They kind of, as you can see, they're kind of ratchety a little bit. They're not making ratchety noises, but they're very, very stiff, which is really nice. He does have a boot sheath, so you can actually put his knife in place. Now, let's put him aside and actually take a look at all his gear. First, he comes with a pair of 2 swords. These are identical blades. A little bit of paint apps on the actual handles, as you can see here, guys. Really, really nice. They're curved, so you can actually stick them into his sheaths. And we'll do that right now. They do plug in nice and snug if you want to store them, which I think is a really, really good idea. I'm probably going to display them with one of the guns as opposed to his actual swords. And if you notice, guys, they actually extend, they protrude out past the bottom of the sheath, which is nice, so it doesn't rip through the bottom here. They actually thought ahead and actually ripped the hole out and cut it, so there's no hindrance as it goes all the way through, which is really, really nice. Now, let's put him aside again. He does come with a pair of pistols, as you can see here, guys. Not a lot of paint. These are just gray, solid gray. Most of his gear is all solid gray, as you'll notice here. These can be stored as well. So he actually has one holster, as we talked about earlier, which can fit one of the pistols. It seems to be, since they're basically the same pistol, they fit in the sheath identically. So there's no, you don't have to fit one in one way, one in another. So you just basically put them in just like that, as you can see, guys. So he stores his pistols, which is really nice. His knife, as you can see here, get it in frame a little bit. Not a lot of paint, just a little Bowie knife, which is really, really cool. That can be stored in his boot sheath, as you see here. Stores there. Now we get to the little more heavy artillery. He comes with kind of, looks like a Tommy gun, but kind of different, maybe like a shotgun, maybe with a magazine attached to it. Kind of interesting. What Deadpool figure wouldn't come with chimichanga? Nice little chimichanga. A small accessory, no way to really store it unless he holds it. I have a fear of losing some of his gear since he has so many pieces, as you can see here, guys. I think that might be a little shortcoming. He comes with this big, huge rifle, as you can see here. No paint apps, all one solid color, all gray. We'll kind of put that in his hand here so he can hold it. So you can kind of see what it looks like as I struggle to put this into his hand. So it looks sort of like that, guys. He does hold it pretty well. It kind of still looks funky with that little bendable hand with the little finger sticking straight up. Find it a little odd, but go figure. One of the last pieces he has here is his giant bazooka. A really, really big bazooka. And to really kind of joke, he comes with a boxing glove. I'm assuming somewhere in the comics he probably did this at one time. I'm not sure when because I don't read the Deadpool comics, but I'm guessing he actually did that. We'll put that aside and we'll put that on him in a second. And he does come with an interchangeable head. Kind of nice head here. Very reminiscent of Wade Wilson here with the burned cancer look here. So let's pop his head off and put this other head on. Kind of a little tricky. I was playing with this earlier and I had a heck of a time getting the head on. There we go. So you can actually pose him with the kind of scarred up head if you wanted to. I'm probably going to pose him with the actual normal Deadpool head. That's what he's more iconically known for. And let's see if we can actually get the bazooka here into his hand. I was again messing around with this earlier today and it was kind of challenging just because the way he has to hold it, and that's part of the problem. And his gear feels really, really gummy. Let's try this again here, guys. I don't know if it's the gear itself or his hands. Here we go. So he has that in place, and now let's put this gun back in place. He's notoriously known to drop all his gear. I'd probably store him with this rifle and maybe a sword. I don't know if I'm going to actually have to store him with this bazooka because it looks really silly. It looks really, really silly. But it's nice. It's a nice little touch here. As a whole, guys, I think this is a really, really good, great figure. I think they did a great representation of what Deadpool would look like from the comics to the toy figure alone. He has many, many different renditions that he comes with. Tons of articulation, tons of gear. Again, I think he comes with a little bit too much gear. You're going to have stuff like this happening, guys, where you can lose parts. If he came with maybe a bag or a locker you could put the stuff into so you wouldn't lose it, you know, put it next to the figure or something, I think that would have been a nice little touch. But all in all, great figure, great posability, great price point. You get a lot of gear, and the only bad things that I see for this figure would be that weird freaky finger that kind of sticks up, which I don't know why, and a little bit too many accessories. But as a whole, I think this is a great figure. I highly recommend it. We'll take a look at final thoughts in a second, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, final thoughts on the Marvel Legends X-Men series Deadpool for the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut wave. I like this figure a lot. I think the price point is great. I think it has a tremendous amount of accessories. I think it has too many accessories. To put all your gear on a character is fine, but to have extra pieces left over that are disfigured and easy to be lost, I think it's a bad idea. You could store almost all of his gear, which is a great, great thing, but having a few pieces left over, and you're going to have one head, because he has two heads, one of those could get lost somewhere. So I think it's a little bit of a negative there. However, I think as a whole, it's a great figure, well worth picking up. Now remember also, guys, he doesn't come with a collect and connect piece. He's a standalone figure by himself. So he's kind of out, he's part of the wave, but not a connect figure. So you don't need him technically to build Juggernaut, which is a nice little point. Again, as we talked about in the breakdown segment, this hand here, I don't know what's going on with this little maybe pinky finger sticking up. I don't know if that's by design choice or I just have a freak of nature here, but all in all, I think it's a great, great figure. I love the chimichanga that he comes with. It's really, really neat. So guys, I hope you liked this video. Remember to like, thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button. I put out content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.